I love barbecue season. It always reminds me of family gatherings and a lot of yummy food on the grill. One of the most important elements of every barbecue are the side dishes. Today I'm going to show you a delicious Persian potato salad called salad Olivier. It's perfect as a side, perfect with a sandwich, and just delicious on its own. Traditionally, salad Olivier is made with chicken, potatoes, and green peas. It's a great recipe to make when you have leftovers, but I'm going to show you how to make it with chicken from scratch. I'm going to start off by boiling my chicken, and I'll add a mirepoix mixture to add flavor. I need 2 stalks of celery, 2 carrots cut into chunks, and this is just going to add a lot of flavor to the chicken, and you can reserve the broth and store it and use it for anything later on. And of course, some onions. Just simply peel it, cut it into halves or quarters, and add it to the pot. For the aromatics, I'm going to add 1 bay leaf, some peppercorn, and I'll just add my water. And I'll just add a little bit of salt. And I'll let this cook for about 30 minutes until the chicken is cooked through. And while my chicken is cooking away, I'll start preparing the potatoes and eggs. In a large pot, add your potatoes. And in the same pot, I'm going to add my eggs. I'm going to boil the eggs for about 10 minutes and remove them, and then continue cooking the potatoes for at least 20 to 30 minutes or until they're well done. I like to season my pot of potatoes and egg with a bit of salt, just so that the flavor goes into the potatoes. And finally, in a small pot, I'm going to boil my peas. And I'm going to let this boil for about 5 to 10 minutes. While this dish is very easy to make, it involves a lot of chopping. I'm going to be adding some gherkins. I'm going to cut them to about the same size as the peas. You want that to be the consistent size with all the other elements of the salad, the potatoes and the eggs. This is going to add a really nice salty flavor to the salad, and it's going to be really delicious. Once you finish chopping each element of the salad, just reserve it on the side, and then we'll combine them all together later on. Once the peas are cooked, drain it and allow it to cool on the side. The eggs have been boiling for about 10 minutes now. I'm just going to remove it and allow the potatoes to continue to cook for at least another 15 to 20 minutes so that they're nice and well cooked. Peeling eggs can sometimes feel like a tedious task. I'm going to show you some tips that I like to use. First, I've added some cold water to my eggs so that it cools down faster. Then I just roll it like this so that it softens the shell. And then I just peel a little bit and then grab a small spoon to help me just peel through the whole egg without any fuss. And that's it, literally in seconds it's peeled. And I'm gonna cut the eggs the same size as the pickles. You want them to be small, and it's okay if they don't keep their shape. It's all going to contribute to that final delicious flavor of the salad. The chicken's been cooking now for about 30 minutes. And I'm just going to remove the chicken breast from the broth and let it rest on a plate. And with a fork, I'm just going to shred the meat. It's ideal to shred while the meat is still warm so that it easily separates. I find that when you let the chicken breast cool down, it's not that easy to shred with a fork. Once you finish shredding the chicken, allow it to rest and cool down to room temperature. So my potatoes are done. I'm going to quickly drain them. and peel. I'm going to cut the potatoes in the same size as the eggs and the pickles. Make sure you allow the potatoes to cool down before you chop them so that they don't break apart easily. And just add them to a bowl that you'll be mixing everything in. I'm going to take my shredded chicken and I'm just gonna chop it down a little bit further so that they're smaller pieces. Just roughly chop it and add it to the potatoes. Finally, I'll start layering the rest of the ingredients, my eggs, green peas, and chopped gherkin. All right, finally, I'm going to prepare a simple, creamy dressing that I'm going to pour over the salad. Now, typically, salad Olivier is a mayonnaise-based dressing, but I'm going to add some yogurt to it, lemon juice, and for some extra acidity, I'm going to add some rice vinegar. I like that sharp taste that it adds to all of the subtle flavors of the potatoes and the eggs and the chicken. I'll need about a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. So I would say that's about 2 lemons squeezed, give or take. And I'll add in my mayonnaise. I'm adding equal parts of mayonnaise and yogurt. But if you want it extra rich and creamy, you can just have only mayonnaise. And some yogurt on top. I'll add a little bit of rice vinegar. I like to add the rice vinegar because it gives a nice kick of acidity, because sometimes lemon juice can be a bit more subtle. And a squeeze of mustard, about a tablespoon. And of course, don't forget to season with salt and black pepper. Give everything a nice whisk. And I'll just pour this mixture over the salad. Just mix everything in. Now with this recipe, it's really important to taste as you go because you just want to make sure you get the flavor perfect. It's super. I'm just going to add a bit more black pepper. And this salad is ready. Now, if you want to add extra layer of flavor, you can add in some fresh dill. This is, of course, according to my personal taste, but it's not part of a traditional recipe. My salad is ready. I'm just going to garnish with some fresh dill. And this is the perfect bowl of goodness at any barbecue. Now, one of my favorite ways of enjoying salad Olivier is with some Persian bread on the side.